Double, double, toil and trouble. We're your hosts, Charlie and Melanie. Welcome to another episode of the Inner Circle podcast.
Hey there.
I had to lead. I had to lead with a Halloween reference, since we're in spooky season.
I just decided on what I want to be for Halloween this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope I pull it off. I hope I pull it off. But I feel like, can I give you a hint? I'm not gonna give you a hint of like what it is, but like I like dressing up as like a male character.
Okay, Ashley Darby, drag king.
Not drag king. She's a weird ass drag king, but like dressing up as X Pac before, that shit was fun. But this year, I think it's gonna be different. But I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Um.
Doesn't it fall on a Friday this year or a Saturday?
Yes, Halloween. Actually, funny that you say that because Halloween this year falls on exactly a Friday. So I'm kind of excited. The fact that it falls on a Friday, I'm kind of like, wow, this is gonna be crazy. Just the energy, and especially when they have the parade and everything every year in Halloween, which that's a big deal. In the lower, kind of downtown, the village area.
Oh, the village, yeah.
Yeah, so I just feel like it's gonna be so crazy, but like fun in a good way. But I'm also noticing there's a lot of parties the previous weekend that I plan to attend to. One of them on Friday, but there's a lot of big parties that are being thrown Friday the 25th and like that weekend. So I'm like,
that's interesting. And I feel like I don't think I'm gonna go to the parade. I don't know. With all these things happening in public settings, the last thing I want to do is be in a big populated place, especially on a holiday. But I would be down to go do something the weekend before.
yeah, I gotta excuse me because again, this is like the second time in like less than a month that like my allergies decide to like attack right before we start I'm recording the podcast. But no, yeah,
Over that, so
I'm excited for a few different reasons. Like I already have a costume for the 25th. I'm planning another costume for actual Halloween, and then for the one for the show. So, and the one for the show I was trying to pull off where I could then do it for actual Halloween.
yeah.
I don't want to say much because I don't want to give nothing away, but
It's weather permitting.
but no, I guess no. It's not. I know you're trying to find hints, but I can't explain. I can't explain.
No, I'm saying like, do you think that you're gonna be uncomfortable if it's like the weather is not up to standard or some shit?
I'm praying and hoping that we have a good Halloween weather like last year.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for that. I really feel we may have like a decent Halloween weather this year. I don't think it's gonna be super cold. I don't think it's gonna be super cold. So that and you know what they say: whores don't get cold, sluts don't get cold. So either way, you're gonna see a lot of skin out there from the boys and girls. But let's get into what did you think of last week's episode? We had special guest, Cash Carter. How was it? We learned some ballroom inside.
I liked it. I was not. I didn't go with expectations of like getting a big rundown on ballroom stuff. I do like the ballroom scene. I've watched Pose. I love the fact that he basically confirmed that it's glamorized by like TV. But yeah, it was good to see Cash. I haven't seen him in a while. It was nice to like chop it up, and I respect anyone that has a passion, and it's very nice and organic when it comes from a person who's been doing it for so long and they're giving back to the same industry that they grew up in. So I love that. I hope the event is great. Wish we could go.
No, well, it happened already. It was this past weekend and on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And then
But
yeah,
I
I
hope it
saw
was
it.
a great turnout. And also, I'm pretty sure that like this is not gonna be the last one. I know he said
Yeah,
it's last minute, but
yeah. We are now though, because last week we announced that Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl,
mhm.
and we spoke the controversy about that and such. But speaking of of Latin and it being Hispanic, Latinx Hispanic month. There's many different sayings.
Latinx is the worst thing people say. I don't say that word. That was created by people that are not Latin. Latin people don't like being called Latinx, so don't say
Oh
Latinx.
yeah, because now even in the and I believe it because even in the when you fill out like ethnicity and stuff or and stuff like the bubbles, basically choices, now they have that in parentheses.
So the same people that
So
don't like
crazy.
when people use the non-binary term they them are the same people that want to use Latinx because they don't want to say Latino or Latina. Like
Clock
I say Hispanic Heritage Month. It's not Latin Heritage Month.
Yeah, clock that T. Exactly. That's crazy. You see, it's always a hypocrisy, but that's for a different show, a different day. Um,
Yep.
Now let's get into the Billboard. Billboard named the top Latin artists of the 21st century. I don't know if you've seen this list,
I have
but
not.
huh?
I haven't.
No, so they do name they. And we're gonna start from the top. They do name our guy, our man, Bad Bunny as a number one top Latin artist of the 21st century. So before we move on and we go down more down this list because I was surprised that I didn't see this certain Latin artist on the list, but I'll get into that after. What do you think of him being the number one Latin artists of the 21st century, considering, we know music, all the artists and big names out there.
I think it makes sense because he has broken take away the residency aspect of it album wise ever since his debut album. I think it was in 2016, right? Or 2017, 2018.
28.
He has
I'll find out. It's
following
20.
has his following has grown, and also he has had albums back to back be number one on Spotify with streaming. Not to mention, he has also been able to gain notoriety with
2018.
not just fans like our age or younger, but older as well, like all sorts of different generations. So it makes perfect sense. And as much as I love some, I'm curious to know which other
Yeah, so
on there.
yeah,
But
so number two was Romeo Santos. So I'm gonna read the top 10 and then I'm gonna bounce around. Oh, well, there was just the top 20. Okay. So number two, Romeo Santos. Number three, Daddy Yankee. Number four, Enrique Iglesias. Number five, Marco Antonio Solis. Number
yeah,
six, J Balvin. Number seven, Shakira. Number eight, Aventura. Number nine, Juanes. Number 10, Osuna. Number 11, Mark Anthony. Number 12, Karol G. Number 13, Wisin and Yandel.
mm-hmm.
Number 14, Mana.
Mm-hmm.
Number 15, Vicente Fernandez. Number 16, Prince Royce. Number 17,
What?
Intocable. Number
Don't know them.
18, Don Omar. Number 19, Juan Gabriel. And number 20, Conjunto Primavera.
So my only call out is that I think Mark Anthony should be a tad higher in numbers. And secondly, where the fuck is Juan Luis Guerra? Because Juan Luis Guerra is way more influential in many Latin in the Latin culture than I'd say a lot of the people that were in the top 10. That's insane. But okay, work. And
Um,
Romeo being by himself and then Aventura being number 8 is hilarious.
oh yeah, good call, good pointing that out. I didn't even notice that when I was reading the list. When I first seen this list, I was surprised Talia wasn't in that list.
Thalia hasn't had an album in a while, but also if you notice,
No, she's been maybe not albums that have hit or stood out, but the girl has been releasing. I've even thought to myself, I'm like, girl, like is Tommy Mottola making you work and spit out albums every year? Like she's been releasing music like every year or every other year now.
really?
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
I haven't heard any of her shit, but
Um, but whether recent or not, I feel like she's definitely influential. She's been around
she
forever.
is.
Her soap operas around the world, and even her music also around the
I
world.
didn't
Like,
even hear Juan Gabriel on that list, which is crazy to me. And supposedly people found
no,
out
Juan
that
Gabriel's 19. Juan Gabriel's number 19.
oh, 19, he should be high.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
yeah,
feel like some people that are from like the older that are older, like older artists should be like higher. I don't know. That's just weird.
yeah. So
Yo, I am shooketh and like shocked that Prince Royce is on the top. Whatever. I'm sorry, he's not that influential.
yeah, Prince Royce is number 16. Yeah, I'm surprised by a few, and then Mark Osuna over Mark Anthony.
Yeah,
And you know,
Osuna has good songs, but like once upon a time, like crickets. You know what? You know when that time was. It
oh
was
yeah,
crickets. But that's wild to me. I don't know. Billboard, who do they get this from? Wait a fucking tick. Luis Miguel is not on the list.
nope,
Luis Miguel, El Sol de Mexico, is not on the list.
nope.
I don't. That list is bullshit.
Yeah, and mind you, it's from Billboard. I'm surprised that I'm surprised well mentioning that. Yeah, I'm surprised he's a legend. Like I said, Talia. And you know what else? And some people may say, well, especially with the backlash of the last few years, everyone on this love to hate Jennifer Lopez train. But Jennifer Lopez too. I'm surprised she's on this list.
Well, maybe because she doesn't really have like a. Does she have a full Spanish
Yeah,
album?
yeah, she did. She did release a full Spanish. I don't
I
know
don't
why it's
know.
so funny, and the fact that you asked, because most people would ask and be surprised that she does, because you know.
I feel like she's influential in like acting, not in like singing. But I don't know. I don't really agree with that list. I feel like there isn't enough. Maybe like you didn't read all of them, but
I
I
did.
don't.
That's the top 20.
Oh, it's just a 20. Okay, I thought it
Mhm.
was top 50 or something. There isn't enough salseros on there. It can't just be Mark Anthony.
Wait, unless there's more. Wait. Unless there's like a hundred, but it's
Well,
not.
up to the top 20, there are people in the top 20
Yeah.
that I feel personally shouldn't even be there. So we can leave it at that. But Vicente Fernandez being on there, okay, I think that's fine. I would say that there are more Mexican artists that are more influential and like have been out there more like Pepe Aguilar. But whatever.
But moving on from the top, according to Billboard, their top big top line artists of the 21st century. I came across a peculiar thing, and this is something, and it made me think about it because I'm like, yo, it's true. You know, do you ever think about things that you should be replacing regularly?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go down a list of a few things that I mean, some of it is common sense, but to some people it is not. So here we are at the Inner Circle podcast giving you some help on things that you should be replacing regularly. Okay, so here we go. And some of it is common sense. So if we do read the list, it's like, okay, common sense. But some people don't have common sense. So first, toothbrush should be replaced every how many months do you think?
I replace mine every I want to say 2 months. The reason why it should be three, I think. The reason
Yeah,
why it is three, yeah.
yeah.
I replace it every 2 months because I get sick periodically, and I'm not gonna be brushing my teeth, keeping the same brush after I had like a sinus infection or something.
Yeah, yep. But good job. Yep. Every 3 months. Bath sponges should be replaced every 3 to 4 weeks. So basically once a month.
Yeah.
Um,
I stopped buying those African nets and the bath like sponge, like the one with the mesh on it. I stopped buying those because those gravitate like bacteria grows in them. You may think that, oh, they smell good, they're fine. No, you need to either replace them quickly or start using silicone ones. The silicone bath scrubber, those are the best, and they don't scratch you.
razors should be replaced every 5 to 7 shaves. I did not know that. Every 5 to 7. I did not know that.
I feel
I
like
thought like usually when that's so, depending on the razor you buy, when that like,
the strip.
thing starts stripping. Yeah.
I mean, with razors, I'm trying to think. Like I'll probably replace it like every 2 3 months. But then again, I wax, so like there's that.
Hair brushes, did you know that should be replaced regularly?
I
And
know
that
that
should be
for sure.
replaced every 3 to 6 months.
Yep. And those brushes that you boys be using for your beards need to be replaced too. You can get
Not
ingrowns and
anymore.
moldu and all that shit if you guys don't replace it. That reminds me, I need to buy my man new brushes because I've seen his and I don't like them. But
Ooh,
the thing with brushes, hair brushes, if you don't, I've like boiled water, hot water, and then put Dawn dish soap on my brushes and like poured the hot water on it just to clean them out, just to get all the like, when you brush your hair, your scalp has skin. It's human skin. So it's accumulating in there. So yeah, that makes
yep,
sense.
yep.
Right.
I remember growing up where you go to like aunties or family friends' homes. And this is why you should let people in your room, period. But like, you pass it and you see the brushes, and they used to like, as a kid, I remember it being like so accumulated with like
The
things
hair.
and yeah, and just like
That makes your
look
hair.
like some dirt too. And it's just like
That's
they're
disgusting.
still using this. And now as an adult to think about it, it's like, wow, people. But anywho, kitchen sponges, and I'm surprised about this one. I'm really
Oh yes, they're like
1 to 2
sponges.
weeks.
Hello, yeah, you're supposed to. I literally bought last week a giant pack of sponges because you're supposed to like, especially if you wash the dishes a lot, you're supposed to throw those away periodically.
Yeah. Oh, we would. I think we was talking about this not too long ago. You brought it up.
Pillows.
You said something.
Oh,
Pillows.
pillowcases. Pillows,
Oh,
yes.
we were talking about how.
Your pillows have, if you strip your pillow and you take out the pillowcase and everything, and you see that there are orange marks in those fucking pillowcases, baby, you've been needed to fucking clean those
Every
pillowcases
12 months. So basically once a year.
every
You
year.
should get
Yeah.
pillows, yeah.
Yes.
So something we should start doing the way we ring in New Year's, and we have and circle friends that are watching this live, and me like wiping my nose. I'm so sorry, but like it's really like I don't want to like run down either. But something we should start doing on New Year's and add to like our New Year's thing, like our little rituals that different people have, is buying new pillowcases.
Also, people have underwear older than children.
Most of their relationships.
Yeah. Y'all need to just because you wash them doesn't mean that you should keep them. Like you need to throw them shits out. If they're holy, throw them out.
Yeah. Oh, not hell no. If you have holy underwear, they're supposed to be thrown out at that point.
You would be surprised.
Dish cloths should be replaced every 2 days.
What? Which item?
Dish cloths.
Oh yeah, because those rags, if you're using them on surfaces and they have like freaking bacteria or something, yeah, they need to be
Yeah.
replaced. Oh, makeup brushes, they need to be replaced and you need to wash them like every it depends. If you do your makeup every day, you should at least wash them twice a month. If you are gonna throw them out and get new ones, you should probably get them every 2 months, or not every 2 months, every 3 months or so. That's why
Yeah.
girls be walking around with not craters. That's disrespectful. Walking around with terrible acne because, like, yeah, you're piling on makeup, but you're not taking care of your skincare.
Yeah. Water filters. And speaking of water, before I get into
Mm.
the water one, I am drinking water because I don't know if I mentioned last week on the show. Maybe it was during before the pre-show, but I I usually do my dry January in January where I don't drink. And I've successfully done it for a few years now. But I wanted to challenge myself and give up liquor again. So I did it for at the start of October. But I'm only doing it half a month. It's a half a month challenge because I'm traveling soon. So
You don't need to call it half a month. Just call it a 2 week challenge.
yeah, 2 week. There you go, 2 week challenge. So this
Um,
is water tonight. And shout out to my girl Nisi watching, who gifted me the cup. What a coincidence!
that's cute.
You see, I still use it. I still use it. It's one of my favorites. Um, but go ahead. You was talking about water filters. You wanted to get into that.
With the water filters, I think you got to replace them every. It's supposed to be 6 months, but it depends how much
Every
you.
6 months.
Yeah, it depends how much you are filling up the filters. Sometimes you could do it for sooner. Same thing goes with your air purifiers. If you're running your air purifier, and I'm not trying to insult nobody, I know this hits home for some people, but if you got air purifier in your damn house and you're using that shit, running it all day, every day, you're supposed to clean the filter. That goes on to say air conditioning filters. Do you think that the air conditioner is going to flow and work effectively in the summer if
Mhm.
the filter is clogged? Same thing
Yeah.
with laundry. If you have a
Oh
dryer,
yeah.
the lint department, girl, I'm domesticated. Get it right, get it tight.
Like I never like that one like blows my mind. Like the people with dryers and stuff like at home and that never change a thing. It's like
I had to teach my brother this. Sorry if you're watching, but like I had to tell him, like, you do you understand why it's taking longer for your clothes to dry? It's because it's basically the lint is growing.
well,
So yeah,
shower curtain liners should be replaced every 6 months, and that I do, and I think
I do it too. When it starts looking sooty and
yeah,
looking like
uh-huh. No, yeah, I do
yeah.
that often. I replace mine often.
Mm.
Socks and underwear. You brought up underwear, but it was on the list too. Surprisingly, is the last one. Every 6 to 12 months.
Exactly. People out here with fucking panties that are 12 years old. Oh, I had these when I like got them as a gratis in Victoria's Secret. Bitch, are you serious?
No, but I'm sorry, but some of my designer underwear. Listen. I have a plethora of underwear. So to be
Yeah.
fair, some of it I'm not wearing regularly. Like I'm not
Yeah,
wearing it
that is fine. There are
every week or every two.
mhm.
Like, sometimes I wear it. I don't a particular underwear, especially if it's a designer underwear, because I have some designer ones. I know that whereas like if I wear just like anything else, if you wear it a lot, you're gonna wear it out and then you have to replace it quicker. Where I don't.
Mhm.
So there's certain underwear that I'm like, just special occasions.
I know that's right.
But that's a list. Anything surprising? You see, I'm proud of you. You knew most of, you know, what was
I also follow this Instagram profile. I've been following for a long time. I love it. It's called Clean Beauty Hacks, and basically it just gives you a rundown of like how to have like a clean life, certain things that you could do around your household and for yourself that not only are going to make you feel good but also like it's not that hard to do. One thing
yeah.
I love to do besides wash my duvet is also my comforter. I like to wash that. My duvet covers, I like to get when it's a new season, and when I say season, I mean, new relationship. You're getting rid of your roster. You're basically coming into a new era. You need a new comforter and you need a new duvet cover. You can't just be using the
Only
same.
that season, that's when you need a new comforter.
No, but you also need it because like seasons change. Like, do you want to have the same thing
Oh
like
yeah,
you had
yes,
last year?
that makes sense. Like seasons, like
I was,
fall, you
double entendre, but
know.
yeah, like some people would just keep the same freaking thing style forever. Evolve, honey.
Yeah. Now, moving on. Oh, shout out to our friend of the show. I wanted to say at the top of the show, but friend of the show, Lisa, who was at the Yankees versus Toronto game, which I find a lot coincidental. The fact that our girl Lisa was there, friend of the show, but she's been on 2 episodes. If you haven't, go and check it out. Um, was at the same game that Bad Bunny was at last night. Bad Bunny was
I
at
am gagged. There's so much Bad Bunny talk that is crazy to me. I can't believe I had a dream last night with Bad Bunny. You want me to elaborate on that dream?
yeah. Tell the people your dream.
It was so weird. It was so, first of all, out of me and all my friends, I love Bad Bunny, but I don't love him to the extent like I don't see him sexually like, oh my god, he's so fine. I love him as an artist. So I had a dream this morning, literally moments before my alarm went off, that I was minding my business, walking into a customer account, one of my hotel accounts, doing my job. And I got into an elevator and a bunch of guys rushed behind me and got into the elevator. They were fine looking men. And then the last person to get in, he was huddled between these people, was Bad Bunny. And like he was in the middle and then he went straight towards me, which was like I was in the back of the elevator. And then I just said, I didn't say, oh my God, but in my head, I said, oh shit. And I said, hi. And he said, hi back to me. And I said, oh, I'm a big fan. I'm not going to like fangirl or anything. I find that to be corny. And he started laughing, asking me questions like where I'm from, who am I, blah, blah, blah. And I, of course, the best friend I am, like blurted out, my best friend Charlie loves you. Like he loves you. He adores you. He's seen me. I was, my first time going to a concert to see you was Charlie's like gift to me. I think, was it Christmas or a birthday? I don't remember.
It's Christmas, I believe.
And I said that and I was like, oh my God, he will die if he knows that I'm with you. And he goes, let's call him. And I said, all right, let me see if I could FaceTime him and I said in Spanish, él no le coge teléfono ni al presidente. And ironically, miraculously, you answered the call. And I felt bad because you looked like you were getting a stroke. You basically said, oh my God. It started like hyperventilating. And I was like, Charlie, calm the fuck down. And Benito was like, hola, ¿cómo está? Blah, blah, blah. Very Puerto Rican, And I'm like excited, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, Charlie, cut this shit on. What the fuck? But then you were working. So you had to go and you were like, bye, thank you, bye, whatever. And then afterwards, I don't know if I could say the rest of this dream, but afterwards we were like, oh, let's take selfies. We were taking selfies. And I feel like, and this is the type of person he is, being that he's a Pisces, he's a carifreco, he would be the type to like make a move. And apparently he made a move on me and like kissed me while we were in the dream taking a selfie. Because I was with him and we were just like this, posing to the song Vogue that he has, Vogue 787. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and all I remember was he said bye, and I said bye to him, and I like ran back to the elevator, and I just kept looking at the video of us making out. I hope I don't get dumped.
Well, Melanie's boo, if you're watching, don't get mad, don't get jealous. Benito's harmless.
I didn't even tell him the dream. I didn't have a chance. But yeah, as soon as my alarm went off this morning, I woke up laughing. I was like, oh my God. And then I saw that you messaged me and I was like, bitch, this is what happened.
Yeah, she told me this morning. I was at work when she told me about the dream.
That was a funny ass dream. I never
Oh,
dream, and when I do, it's never something like that. So let's
oh,
manifest that I run into him. I don't want to make out
right.
with him.
And it was under a full moon last night. So
Wepa.
you know,
I listen. I don't want to make out with him. I don't see him that way. He doesn't. I
that
just
moon
like
is
him as
beautiful.
an
I
artist.
personally think he doesn't. Well, I think he likes both, but
Oh, bitch, please. He sharing is caring to him, I guess.
um. But speaking of musicians, because this other person was rumored to do the Super Bowl, like Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift. Accordingly, supposedly it was between Adele, Taylor Swift was in talks. Adele turned it down. Taylor Swift was asking for too much, so they passed on her. But speaking of, she dropped her most recent album. There's a lot of music coming out. This past Friday, The Life of a Showgirl. And what are your thoughts? Because it's funny because I've seen it. I know. Well, you gave your thoughts, but I've seen it more too. A lot of Taylor fans and a lot of people are not feeling it like that. Um, I personally, which is funny, like 3 songs out of the 12 songs. I haven't liked a Taylor Swift song or checked for Taylor Swift since her album Reputation. That's the last time I liked like 1 or 2 songs from her. Was that album, and that album came out like I don't know, 2019, 18, whatever that came out. That's the last time I checked for Taylor Swift. So to like not one, but like 3 songs from her new album, I'm like, oh, okay. Which are The Life of Ophelia, which I'm surprised I like that one, Elizabeth Taylor, and Cancelled. I don't know if you was able to listen to it or anything.
So I was listening to some of the songs. I just found out today after like listening to it that Wood is about her fiance's penis.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to be raunchy, girl. So here's my take because I feel like I have a lot of friends that love Taylor Swift, so I need to be careful what I say.
Oh, I know a lot of people that like her too.
I have friends and coworkers that love Taylor Swift. I like her. Shout out to her, 1989. We're there. The problem with Taylor's music is that for me, it hasn't evolved enough for her to transcend into a different genre.
Right.
I think that she's been stuck. She first started off as country, and that's where she skyrocketed. But then she got into pop. But she's been stuck in this like little poppy, sad girl. Like she wears short shorts, I wear t-shirts.
Yeah, poetic poetry.
And I feel like at your age, and I can say this wholeheartedly because we're the same age, you need to change it up. There are other things that you can sing about that we go through in our life in this world right now that will make sense. Or even like you don't have to do the sexy poppy thing either. You don't gotta be a Tate McRae talking about sports car. You don't have to be the Sabrina Carpenter and talk about being wet. Things like that you don't have to do. You don't even have to branch out and do hip hop, like do a collab with like a hip hop artist. I just think that she needs a different producer. She's a good lyricist. I will say that. When it comes to lyrics, she is great at that. But when it comes to like her songs, I don't think she has the vocal range or capacity to do anything else. And also, like, I think her whole moniker is that she makes I'm a quirky, like, silly, goofy girl. Like, that's all right. How long are you gonna be that? Like, you're gonna be that in your 40s? Because that's not cute. There was one song, Opalite. What was the name of the song that I like?
The sample of Luis Miguel.
Yeah,
that one is
I
called. I think it's called Opalite.
I like it, but
Opalite.
when you think about her throwing digs at Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, and I'm not trying to make this a racial thing, but like, girl, you're talking about I'm not a bad bitch. I don't have a big ass. Black women are known for calling themselves bad bitches and having bigger derrieres, should I say. What is the opalite? What color is the opalite stone? White. Mm-hmm. So like, girl, we read between the lines. We know what the fuck you're saying. And to come and attack this girl who like is not even in the way anymore, she's technically a non-factor to you, is crazy. You are a billionaire. You shouldn't be focused on people from your boyfriend's past. Well, I'm preaching to the choir right now. You shouldn't be focused on people from your fiance's past. You should be focused on you guys itself. And then also to add, with the Super Bowl, I don't think she was asking for too much. I think that she went on a late night show, I forget which one, and someone asked her, "Why haven't you done the Super Bowl?" And she said that she's more focused on like cheering her man than her being a distraction towards him, which I find that to be that's a dumb excuse. I feel like she just hasn't been chosen.
No, she wanted from other credible sources, podcasts and stuff I hear, radio shows. It was apparently she wanted something to own like the masters, I guess, of like you know how like they released the Whitney Houston Star Spangled Banner throughout the years, and it's like
Yeah.
on a
Well, and so that's from trauma from her getting her shit taken, which I understand wholeheartedly, but at the same time, like,
you know,
girl,
so things along those lines I heard that so it was too many like little things of that nature from through the grapevine. But
well,
yeah, I heard about the diss and stuff, but it's all right. I'm surprised that I like 3 songs or whatever, but at the same, she's definitely gonna debut at number one. So kudos to her. But I agree with everything you said. I never really like, you know, sometimes I like some of her songs, but her herself, she's just annoying to me. I don't hate her, she's annoying. There's artists that you're like, oh, I don't like that artist, but her, she's just annoying. So I'm like,
to me, it's more like a disconnect. It's like I used to bang your music when I was like in high school, like early college, because it resonated with me. It doesn't resonate with me now.
yeah. Now, before we close out, I was watching. I was watching a podcast, and I guess I forgot who was he's somewhere of I think he's a sports dude or whatever. But basically, we don't need to know the names specifically, but basically the guy was saying that he wants to know his girl's body count. Now his girl is also someone in the industry as well, like this guy was who said this. And so that's a little added little tidbit. They're both in the industry, so he was saying he would want to know who she messed with prior because um just to know, I guess, who he was going up against type thing. Which begged the question during this segment of this show I was listening to. And then I heard other people pick up this news story of this guy, sports guy who said it. And I'm like, we should talk about this. Although I think we've spoken about it in some ways or another. But it's basically, do you need to know your boyfriend? I want to read it exactly of how I put it on the
Is
page.
it important for you to know your partner's body count?
Yes. What I mean, we put a poll up. 100% of people that vote, the people that voted, it was 100% no. For me, is a no as well. I do not need to know whoever I date's body count. No.
I think a person that's inexperienced and basically is like getting comfortable with their sexuality is going to ask. I will admit, when my first boyfriend, I think my first serious relationship, I asked him, and I still remember this day on Christopher Street in the Village. I asked him, "What's your body count?" And he told me, and I just looked at him with disgust. I was like, "Ew, I'm never gonna." And it put me in a downward spiral because I just kept thinking like, "Oh my god, whoever he's had in the past, he's probably gonna compare," and that just made me go into a whole fucking hellhole. I would never ask that. I don't think that that's even a question that I have going forward because at the end of the day, like that is whether you find out or not, it doesn't even matter. Like the whether a person has had sex with like or intercourse with 100 people or 10 people, that's their business before they met you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not yours to know. So I don't think that that matters. I put no.
Yeah, it was definitely a no for me, and it was unanimous for most of our circle friends. But I'm sure this is like a topic in more little nuances and stuff because they got into it like some what ifs and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would like to save that for another day, another episode, maybe with some more friends to get more introspectiveness and opinions. But thank you guys for tuning in. We truly appreciate everyone who tunes in, checks us out, whether live or catches up on the show through streaming or our YouTube. We appreciate you guys. Remember to follow, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, rate, thumbs up. We appreciate it. It's free. And we will see you guys next week. Adios.
Go Birds.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle Podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.